Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're jumping into something that, well, might seem straightforward at first glance,
Hmm.
but trust us, it unlocks incredible power, nuance in how we understand and use language.
Yeah,
We're doing a deep dive into a specific list of advanced vocabulary words.
that's right. And the source material for this exploration comes from a vocabulary resource, the kind often used by high school students.
Right, prepping for tests like the SAT.
Exactly. But our goal isn't just test prep here.
No.
Not at all.
Absolutely not. Our mission is to take these words, not just their definitions,
Hmm.
but their essence, and really unpack them. We want to understand their subtle flavors, where they come from.
How they operate out in the wild, so to speak.
Yeah, and why knowing them doesn't just make you sound smart, though maybe it does that too.
Sure.
But fundamentally changes how you grasp complex ideas and, well, express your own thoughts.
Think of this as turning a simple list into like a landscape to explore. We'll find connections you might not expect
Ooh, I like that.
and hopefully give you insights that make these words really resonate, sticking with you long after this deep dive is over.
All right, let's begin our exploration then. We're starting with the first batch from the source, covering words from despondent, all the way through disgruntled.
Okay, first word up, despondent. D-E-S-P-O-N-D-E-N-T. You hear that spawn part, D-S beyond dunt.
Yeah, even the sound feels a bit heavy. What's the core feeling this word captures?
It means being in low spirits, but specifically because you've lost hope or courage.
Ah, okay.
It's different from just being sad or, disappointed. Despondency carries a real weight of hopelessness, a sense that things won't get better.
So our source gives depressed as a synonym, which gets close to that feeling, that low energy.
Right.
But despondent really nails the loss of hope angle.
Exactly. And the antonym is hopeful, which starkly contrasts that central element of, well, despair and despondency.
The example from the source is feeling despondent after failing a driving test multiple times.
Hmm.
You can instantly relate to that, right? Not just being annoyed you failed. Yeah.
But starting to think, maybe I'm just incapable. Maybe this will never happen. That's the despondency kicking in.
It perfectly captures that specific blend of low spirits and hopelessness.
Yeah. Okay, shifting gears from emotional states to physical skill. Dexterous. D-E-X-T-E-R-U-S, to pronounced dexterous.
This describes someone skillful and agile, particularly when using their hands. Think fine motor skills, quick movements.
The root dexter in Latin means right or right hand, which was historically associated with skill.
Right, interesting.
Though, of course, dexterity isn't limited to one hand today. The synonym is nimble, which also suggests that quick, light movement.
Mm-hmm.
The opposite, clumsy.
Was she?
Pretty straightforward.
Right. The source's example is a dexterous mechanic, someone who can work quickly and precisely on intricate engine parts.
Yeah.
You wouldn't want a clumsy mechanic, would you?
Definitely not.
It highlights that blend of skill and agility perfectly.
Next, a word for things literally falling apart. Dilapidated. D-I-L-A-P-I-D-A-T-E-D. D-A-A-T-dated. This describes something in a state of ruin or disrepair. It often implies neglect over time, and not just a sudden break.
Right, so rundown is the synonym, capturing that sense of decay.
Mm-hmm.
The antonym, fittingly, is restored.
The example paints a clear picture. A dilapidated house. Looks abandoned, neglected.
Yeah.
The word itself gives you a sense of its history, its decline.
From decay to describing size, diminutive. D-I-M-I-N-U-T-E-E, diminutive.
This means extremely or unusually small. It's not just small. It often conveys a sort of surprising or notable smallness.
Tiny captures that surprising smallness well as a synonym.
Right.
The antonym is the obvious opposite. Enormous.
Imagine a diminutive puppy fitting snugly in the palm of your hand.
Oh.
The word emphasizes how truly small it is, often with a sense of maybe endearment or perhaps vulnerability.
No, a word about denial. Disavow. D-I-S-A-V-O-W. V-O-W.
To disavow something is to deny any responsibility for it or connection with it. You're actively distancing yourself.
The synonym repudiate is strong, meaning to reject with disapproval.
Yeah, it is strong.
The antonym is to acknowledge, to accept connection or responsibility.
The example is someone attempting to disavow knowledge of a secret meeting.
Right.
They are trying to actively deny they had anything to do with it, maybe to avoid consequences.
Mm-hmm.
The word implies a conscious effort to, sever the link.
What about causing discomfort or confusion? That's discomfit. D-I-S-C-O-M-F-I-T, discomfit.
Yes, it means to make someone feel uneasy, embarrassed, or confused. It's like throwing someone off balance.
Unsettle works as a synonym here.
Mm-hmm.
If someone is discomfited, they are definitely not feeling reassured, which is the antonym.
Probing questions can discomfit a witness. Think of a cross-examination,
Oh, yeah.
where pointed questions make someone stammer or appear flustered. The questions make them uneasy. They discomfit them.
From unease to an unpleasant sound, discordant. D-I-S-C-O-D-A-N-T. Discordant.
This describes something that's harsh or jarring, specifically because there's a lack of harmony. While often used for sound, it can definitely be used metaphorically, too, for conflicting ideas or elements.
Dissonant is a great synonym, especially in music.
Exactly.
The desired state is harmonious, the antonym.
The example from the source is a band's discordant tuning before a show. You know that awful cacophony?
Ugh, yes.
That lack of pleasant sound? That's discordance. Metaphorically, discordant views clash sharply.
Let's shift to intentional carefulness now. Discreet. D-I-S-C-R-E-E-T. Discreet.
Being discreet means being careful and circumspect in your speech or actions, often to maintain privacy, avoid causing offense, or keep something confidential. It's about thoughtful caution.
Tactful is a good synonym, suggesting sensitivity in dealing with others. The opposite is indiscreet, being careless with information or actions.
Someone is discreet with sensitive information. They handle it carefully. Don't gossip. Don't leave it lying around.
Yeah.
It's a really valued quality in many professions.
Definitely. And the opposite of being focused when you speak, discursive. D-I-S-C-U-R-S-I-V-E.
That's-
F-F-F.
A discursive person, or text, tends to pass aimlessly from one topic to another. It rambles.
Rambling is the perfect synonym.
Yeah.
The ideal opposite, especially in communication, is focused.
The example given is a discursive speech. Instead of sticking to one point, the speaker jumps from, I don't know, politics to pet care to the weather.
Right, all over the place.
Exactly. It lacks a clear, linear progression.
Finishing up this first set, another negative emotion, maybe less intense than despondent, but certainly unhappy. Disgruntled. D-I-S-G-R-U-N-T-L-E-D. Disgruntled.
If you're disgruntled, you are angry or dissatisfied. It often implies a sort of simmering resentment or unhappiness of the situation.
Dissatisfied is the synonym. The antonym is content.
Disgruntled employees staging a walkout. They aren't just mildly unhappy, they're expressing significant dissatisfaction and likely anger through action.
So looking back at this first group, wow, we've seen words for emotional states like despondent and disgruntled, but capturing different nuances of unhappiness. We've also seen words for actions like disavow and discomfit, or characteristics of things from dilapidated to diminutive. And then communication styles, where discreet is intentional and careful, but discursive is scattered.
It's interesting how many words showed up. Disavow, discomfort, discordant, discreet, discursive, disgruntled. And disparage is coming next.
Yeah.
The prefix dis often means apart, away, or not, which makes sense for words like disavow, deny away from, discordant, not harmonious,
Right.
and disgruntled,
Right.
away from being gruntled, which apparently meant satisfied, though gruntled isn't really used alone anymore.
Huh. I didn't know that about gruntled.
Yeah. Seeing these patterns can really help the meaning stick.
That's a great point about the prefix. Let's keep exploring them. We're continuing the dis theme and moving into the ease now,
Yeah.
from disparage through expatriate.
Okay, still with negative actions, we have disparage, D-I-S-P-A-R-A-G-E.
To disparage someone or something is to regard or represent them as being of little worth. You're speaking about them negatively to lower their standing, basically putting them down.
Exactly. The synonym belittle captures that perfectly. The opposite is to praise.
The source gives an example of disparaging someone's efforts instead of offering advice. This isn't constructive criticism. It's actively making someone feel their work is worthless. It's tearing down.
Right, it's destructive. Then there's dissolution. D-I-S-S-O-L-U-T-I-O-N. Dissolution.
This is the formal closing down or dismissal of an assembly, partnership, or even something like a chemical substance breaking down, decomposition. It's about things coming apart or ending.
Termination works as a synonym, implying an end. The antonym is formation.
The example is a board voting for the dissolution of a committee. The committee ceases to exist. It's a formal breaking apart.
Now, a great word for indecision. Dither. D-I-T-H-E-R. D-I-T-R. And this is one of those useful words that can be a verb or a noun.
Ah, okay. As a verb, it means to be indecisive, to hesitate. As a noun, it's the state of indecision itself.
The source gives waver as a verb synonym. You're unstable in your choice. The antonym naturally is decide.
The examples show both uses. She began to dither over which college offer to accept. That's the act of hesitating. And his dither cost them time, the state of indecision having a consequence. It's more than just thinking, it's that noticeable hesitation or wavering.
Yeah, exactly. Here's a word that describes something causing conflict. Divisive. Divisive. Divisive.
Something divisive tends to cause strong disagreement or hostility between people or groups. It creates divisions, splits people up.
Polarizing is a very close synonym. It pushes people to opposite extremes.
Right.
The desirable antonym is unifying.
A divisive new policy isn't just unpopular, it actively splits opinions and creates factions within an organization or society. The word highlights the conflict it generates.
To reveal private information is to divulge. D-I-V-U-L-G-E. D-I-V-U-L-J.
It means to make known private or sensitive information that was previously secret. Spilling the beans, basically, but more formal.
Yeah. Reveal is a direct synonym. The opposite is to conceal.
The example is refusing to divulge a source. This is common in journalism or legal contexts. You are refusing to make that private information known.
Where do you call home? That's your domicile? D-O-M-I-C-I-L-E. Domicile.
This word means the country or place a person treats as their permanent home. It's often used in legal or official contexts to determine residency, right?
Exactly. Residence is a good synonym, though domicile often carries a stronger sense of legal or permanent home.
Moving their domicile from the city to the suburb changes their official permanent place of abode. It's a more formal term than just house or apartment.
Have you ever encountered your twin stranger? That might be your doppelganger. D-O-P-P-E-L-G-A-N-G-R, D-H-E, Pullganger.
Ooh, spooky. This word from German means a double or counterpart of a living person, sometimes with a ghostly or eerie connotation in folklore.
Yeah, look-alike is the common synonym. The antonym is the original.
The example is the classic trope of seeing your doppelganger, perhaps an omen or just a strange coincidence. It's more than just someone who looks like you. It's an almost exact double.
Right, moving from doubles to demeanor. Dour. D-O-U-R, pronounced just like the word door.
This describes someone relentlessly severe, stern, or gloomy in manner or appearance. It's a grim, often humorless quality.
Stern is a fitting synonym. The warm opposite is cheerful.
The teacher's dour expression made the students nervous. This isn't a fleeting bad mood. It suggests a consistent, unpleasant sternness or gloominess about them.
Yeah, it sounds pretty permanent. What about pouring liquid or putting out a fire? Douse. D-O-U-S-E, douse.
It can mean to pour a liquid over something or specifically to extinguish a light or fire, usually by pouring water on it.
Extinguish is a key synonym for the fire, meaning the opposite action is to ignite.
Firefighters dousing flames is the classic example. They are pouring water to put out the fire. You could also douse someone with water as a prank, though that's a different usage.
True. Okay, we've moved into the E's now, starting with the word for broad taste. Eclectic. E-C-L-E-C-T-I-C. I-K-elliptic.
This word describes someone or something that derives ideas, style, or taste from a diverse and broad range of sources. It's about drawing from the best of many different things.
Exactly. Varied is a synonym, but eclectic suggests a deliberate selection from that variety. It's curated.
Ah, okay. The antonym is narrow.
An eclectic music library isn't just random songs. It's a collection chosen from jazz, classical, rock, pop, folk, appreciating quality across genres.
Or design.
An eclectic design style mixes elements from different eras and cultures. It's about informed diversity.
Shining brightly. Effulgent. E-F-F-U-L-G-E-N-T. Effulgent.
This means shining brightly, radiant. It evokes a sense of intense light or brilliance. Very poetic.
Yeah, it is. Radiant is the perfect synonym. The opposite is dim.
An effulgent sunrise isn't just bright, it's dazzling, bursting with light. You can also use it metaphorically for a radiant personality or smile.
How about something outstandingly bad? Egregious. E-G-R-E-G-I-O-U-S. Egregious.
This means outstandingly bad, shocking, or conspicuous, usually in a negative way. It stands out from the crowd because it's so wrong or bad.
Shocking captures that sense of standing out negatively.
Right.
The antonym is minor.
An egregious error isn't the small mistake. It's a really obvious, terrible blunder that should never have happened. The word itself emphasizes how bad it is.
A type of mournful poem,
Yeah.
elegy. E-L-E-G-Y. E-L-A-G.
This is a poem of serious reflection. Typically a lament for the dead, it's a formal expression of grief.
Lament is the synonym focusing on the expression of sorrow. Our source notes eulogy as a related but different concept. A eulogy is a speech praising someone, often after they're done.
Right, like at a funeral.
While an elegy is a poem of reflection and lament. Good distinction.
Yeah. A poet might compose an elegy to honor and mourn a lost loved one, or even reflect on a broader theme of loss.
Speaking or writing fluently and persuasively. Eloquent. E-L-O-Q-U-E-N-T. E-L-quent.
This describes someone skilled at using language effectively to persuade or express themselves clearly and powerfully.
Articulate is a strong synonym, suggesting clarity and expressiveness. The antonym is inarticulate.
Eloquent speeches aren't just well delivered. They use language precisely and movingly to connect with and persuade the audience.
To make something clear or explain it, elucidate. E-L-U-C-I-D-A-T. Elucidate.
It means to make something confusing or complex understandable. You're shedding light on it, basically.
Clarify is the synonym. The goal is to remove obscurity, so the antonym is obscure. Makes sense.
Asking a professor to elucidate a complex concept means asking them to explain it more simply or clearly so you can understand it.
To skillfully evade or escape, or for something to fail to be grasped. Elude. E-L-U-D-E. Elude.
This word has a couple of uses, which is interesting. It can mean to escape from something, often with skill or cunning.
Like eluding capture.
Exactly. Or it can also mean for something, like an idea or a solution, to fail to be grasped or remembered by someone.
Ah, okay. Evade captures the escape meaning. The antonym confront is for the escape meaning too, I suppose.
Right. A criminal might elude the police for weeks, or a solution to a problem might continue to elude you, meaning you can't quite find or grasp it. Both imply something difficult to catch or understand.
What about being abnormally thin? Emaciated. E-M-A-C-I-A-T-D-D. Emaciated.
This describes someone or something that is unusually or abnormally thin and weak, often due to illness or starvation. It implies a visible wasting away.
Gaunt is the strong synonym, suggesting that bony, hollow-eyed appearance. The desired state is well-fed.
The example of emaciated refugees sadly paints a picture of extreme deprivation and suffering made visible in their physical state. A very powerful word.
It is to correct or revise a text.
Emend.
E-M-E-N-D. Aminen.
It means to make corrections or improvements to a piece of writing. Similar to amend, but emend is specifically about textual correction.
Ah, good distinction. Correct is the direct synonym. The antonym in this context is corrupt, meaning to make inaccurate or spoil the text.
An editor might need to amend passages in a manuscript to fix factual errors, grammatical mistakes, or improve flow. It's about improving the text's accuracy and clarity.
Someone famous, respected, or important. Eminent. E-M-I-N-E-N-T. E-M-I-nant.
This word describes someone who stands out in their field or profession due to their reputation and achievements.
Distinguished is a great synonym, highlighting their respected status.
Yeah.
The antonym is unknown.
An eminent professor isn't just any professor. They are a leading, highly respected figure known for their significant contributions to their subject.
To express emotion, often dramatically, emote. E-M-O-T-E-I-M-O-H-T.
This means to express emotion, especially in a theatrical or exaggerated way. It can sometimes have a slightly negative connotation.
Yeah, like implying a lack of sincerity or being overly demonstrative.
Exactly. Express is a general synonym, but emote adds the nuance of how the emotion is expressed, often overtly. The antonym is to repress.
Actors are trained to emote believably, to convey emotion effectively to the audience. But you might say someone is just emoting if their display of feelings feels artificial or over the top.
To restrict or burden someone, hindering them. Encumber. E-N-C-U-M-B-E-R. Encumber.
It means to weigh someone or something down, either physically or metaphorically, making movement or progress difficult.
Hamper is a good synonym, suggesting hindering motion or effectiveness.
Okay.
The antonym is to assist.
Not wanting to encumber yourself with too much luggage means traveling light so you aren't burdened or restricted by heavy bags. Makes perfect sense.
Giving someone rights, especially the right to vote. Enfranchise. E-N-F-R-A-N-C-H-I-S-E. Enfranchise.
This means to give someone the rights of citizenship, particularly the right to vote. Historically, it also meant setting someone free from slavery, right?
That's correct, yeah. Empower is a good synonym. as giving rights gives power. The antonym is disenfranchise, which is to take away those rights.
Legislation passed to enfranchise citizens grants voting rights to a group who previously lacked them, bringing them fully into the political process.
That feeling of listlessness and dissatisfaction, often stemming from boredom or lack of purpose. Ennui. E-N-N-U-I. Ennui.
Ah, the classic French loanword. It captures a specific kind of weary dissatisfaction, a feeling of being unengaged or bored with life.
Yeah, boredom is the closest synonym, but ennui often feels deeper, maybe more existential than simple boredom.
I agree. The antonym is excitement.
Sinking into ennui isn't just having nothing to do for an hour. It's a prolonged state of feeling listless, dissatisfied, and lacking interest or excitement in anything.
To settle comfortably and securely. Ensconce. E-N-S-C-O-N-S-E. Ensconce.
It means to place or hide yourself or something in a safe, snug, and often comfortable place.
Settle is a general synonym, but ensconce adds that nuance of being placed firmly and comfortably, maybe even hidden.
Right. The antonym is unsettle.
Being ensconced in a cozy armchair with a book conjures a strong image of comfort and security. You're settled in, maybe hidden away from the world.
Exactly. A specific scientific field. Entomology. E-N-T-O-M-O-L-O-G-Y. Entomology.
This is the branch of zoology dedicated to the study of insects. Bug science.
Pretty much. The synonym is simply insect study.
Majoring in entomology means dedicating your academic career to understanding the world of insects. It's a precise term for a specific scientific discipline.
A formal letter. Epistle. E-P-I-S-T-L-E. I-P-I-E-W.
While it just means a letter, epistle often implies a letter that is formal, long, or intended to teach or advise.
Right, like the epistles in the New Testament.
Exactly. Letter is the basic synonym.
Writing an epistle to a mentor suggests more than a quick email. It's a thoughtful, potentially lengthy piece of correspondence with a serious purpose.
What about being unpredictable? Erratic, E-R-R-A-T-I-C. I-R-ic.
This describes something that is not regular in pattern or movement. It's unpredictable and inconsistent.
Unpredictable is the core synonym. The desired state is consistent.
Erratic weather changes suddenly and without warning, sun 1 minute, rain the next.
Yep.
An erratic heartbeat doesn't beat steadily. The word emphasizes inconsistency and unpredictability.
Something that quickly fades from sight or memory, evanescent. E-V-A-N-E-S-C-E-N-T. Evanescent.
This beautiful word means soon passing out of sight, memory, or existence, quickly fading away. It captures the fleeting nature of something.
Fleeting is the perfect synonym. The opposite is enduring.
The evanescent beauty of a rainbow is part of its charm. You appreciate it precisely because you know it will quickly disappear.
True.
Or an evanescent memory might be hard to hold on to.
To reveal or make evident the presence of a feeling or quality. Evince. E-V-I-N-C-E. Evince.
It means to show or demonstrate something clearly. You are bringing it into evidence, making it visible.
Manifest is a good synonym. You are manifesting or displaying a quality.
Right.
The antonym is conceal.
His calm demeanor did not evince the anxiety he felt inside. His outward appearance failed to show his inner state. The word highlights that the inner feeling wasn't made evident.
Likely to cause objection. Offensive. Exceptionable. E-X-C-E-P-T-I-O-N-A-B-L-E. Exceptionable.
This describes something that is open to exception or objection. It's likely to offend or be disapproved of, not to be confused with exceptional.
Good point. Objectionable is a direct synonym. The opposite is acceptable.
Loud music might be exceptionable in a quiet library. It's something people will likely object to because it's inappropriate for the setting.
Extremely bad or unpleasant. Execrable. E-X-E-C-R-A-B-L-E. E-K-C-crable.
This is a strong word for something truly awful or detestable. Really bad.
Awful is the synonym, though execrable feels even stronger, more intense.
I think so too. The antonym is admirable.
Execrable food isn't just bad, it's terrible, offensive to the taste or senses. You wouldn't just dislike it, you'd find it utterly unpleasant.
The critical interpretation of a text, especially scripture. Exegesis. E-G-E-S-I-S. Exegesis.
This refers to a detailed, critical explanation or interpretation of a piece of writing, often used in academic or theological contexts for complex texts.
Right. Analysis is a broad synonym, but exegesis implies a particular kind of scholarly, in-depth analysis focused on meaning and context.
So more specific than just analysis.
Exactly. The opposite would be a misinterpretation.
A theologian's exegesis of an ancient biblical text involves deep linguistic, historical, and contextual analysis to understand its original meaning.
Unreasonably high, especially a price or amount. Exorbitant. exorbitant. Exorbitant.
This word describes a cost or demand that is excessive, far exceeding what is fair or reasonable, like way too much.
Yeah. Excessive is the key synonym. The desired alternative is reasonable.
Exorbitant restaurant prices means the cost of the meal is unreasonably high, probably much more than the quality or portion size justifies.
The expulsion or attempted expulsion of a supposed evil spirit. Exorcism.
Mm-hmm.
Exorcism. Exorcia.
This refers to the ritualistic act aimed at removing an evil spirit believed to be inhabiting a person or place. Pretty specific.
Very specific. Banishment gets at the idea of casting out.
The example from old tales of an exorcism in a haunted house brings to mind traditional stories about dealing with demonic possession.
To speak, or write at length, or in detail. Expatiate. Expatiate. Expatiate.
This means to talk or write expansively about a topic, going into great detail, maybe sometimes too much detail.
Could be. Elaborate is a good synonym. The opposite is to abbreviate.
A professor might expatiate on a complex theory, discussing all its facets and implications, perhaps for a long time.
A person living outside their native country, or relating to living abroad, or the act of settling abroad. Expatriate. 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 Okay, this is a word that can function as a noun, adjective, or verb.
Right. As a noun, it's the person who lives abroad. As an adjective, it describes something connected to living abroad.
Yep.
And as a verb, to expatriate means to settle in a foreign country.
Emigrant is a synonym for the noun. An antonym provided by the source is national, implying someone within their own country.
Okay, so the example. After the war, he became an expatriate, that's the noun.
Right.
Meaning he chose to live an expatriate, adjective, life abroad. Eventually deciding to expatriate, verb, permanently to France. You can see how the word shifts form depending on its use. Very versatile.
It really is.
That was a deep dive into a lot of X words. We had exegesis, detailed analysis, exorbitant, excessive, exorcism, casting out spirits, expatiate, speaking at length, and expatriate, living abroad.
Yeah.
The ex prefix often means out of or away from, which fits expatriate, out of one's country, or exorcism, casting a spirit out.
Right.
But less obviously for words like exorbitant or exegesis, showing how prefixes evolve in meaning.
That's a great point. It's also worth highlighting the words with multiple forms, like dither, verb noun, expiate verb, and expiation noun, and this one expatriate noun, verb.
Yeah.
Paying attention to the word's function in a sentence is really key to understanding it.
Absolutely. Let's push on to our final group for this deep dive, wrapping up the E's and moving into the F's, from expedient through formidable.
All right. Starting with expedient. Expedient.
This describes something convenient and practical, but often with the implication that it might be improper, immoral, or compromising, like the quick or easy way, even if it's not the right way.
Exactly. Advantageous is a synonym, but as you said, expedient often carries that hint of questionable ethics. An antonym is unwise, suggesting a better alternative existed.
Telling a white lie might be expedient because it avoids immediate conflict,
Sure.
but it raises ethical questions about honesty. The word suggests a focus on convenience over principle.
To make an action or process happen sooner or quicker, expedite. Expedite. Expedite.
It means to speed something up, to make it happen more efficiently, like rush shipping.
Yeah, pretty much. Speed up is a direct synonym. The opposite is to delay.
Using digital signatures can help expedite the paperwork process, making it faster and smoother.
Now, a word about making up for a wrong. Expiate, verb, and expiation, noun.
Okay, so expiate, ekspidate, is the verb, meaning to atone for guilt or sin, to make amends.
Right. Atone is the synonym. The opposite action is to worsen the wrong.
And expiation, expiation, is the noun, the act of making amends or atonement itself.
Atonement is the synonym. The original offense is the antonym of the act of expiation.
Volunteering might be an attempt to expiate misdeeds, to make up for something bad they did.
Right.
Public service could be a form of expiation for a crime, the act of making amends through service.
To remove objectionable material from a text. Expurgate. Expurgate. Expurgate.
This means to censor or cut out parts of a book, film, or other text that are considered indecent, offensive, or unsuitable for a particular audience.
Censor. is the key synonym. The opposite is to include the material.
A publisher might decide to expurgate graphic scenes from a novel to make it appropriate for younger readers.
Freeing someone from a constraint or difficulty. Extricate. E-X-T-R-I-C-A-T-E. E-K-stricate.
It means to free someone or something from a difficult, tangled, or awkward situation, getting them out.
Yeah. Disentangle captures the idea of freeing from a difficult situation. The antonym is to entangle someone.
Firefighters working to extricate a driver trapped in a wrecked car are physically freeing them from a dangerous and constrained situation.
Coming from outside, not part of the essential nature. Extrinsic. E-X-T-R-I-N-S-C. Extrinsic.
This describes something external that originates from outside. It's often contrasted with intrinsic, which means essential or coming from within.
Right. External is the direct synonym. The opposite is intrinsic.
Extrinsic motivation, like working hard for a cash reward, comes from outside the person. Intrinsic motivation, like working hard because you love the task itself, comes from within. The word is key to understanding sources of motivation or value.
Definitely. To show or feel great elation or jubilation. Exult. E-X-U-L-T.
It means to rejoice
Mhm,
triumphantly, to show immense joy and pride, usually after a success or victory, big celebration.
Yeah. Rejoice is a synonym, but exult adds a sense of triumph and visible elation. The opposite is to mourn.
A team will exult after winning a championship, visibly celebrating their victory with great joy.
Moving into the F's. First, the front of a building, or a deceptive outward appearance. Facade. F-A-C-D-E. Fou, S-A-H-D.
Ah, another French loanword with two main meanings. One is literal, the front of a building.
Right.
The second is metaphorical, an outward appearance designed to conceal a less pleasant reality.
Okay, so for the building, front is the synonym, and interior is the antonym.
Makes sense.
So the second meaning, outward appearance, is the synonym, and reality, or interior truth, is the antonym.
You see the beautiful facade of a historic building, but a cheerful personality might be a facade, masking inner worries. A cheerful exterior hides the troubled interior reality. Understanding which meaning is intended is crucial.
Absolute. Something appearing neat or easy by ignoring complexities, or something easily achieved. Facile. F-A-C-I-L-E. F-A-S-W-O.
Facile can mean easily achieved or done, which sounds positive, but it often carries a negative connotation, right? Suggesting something superficial or simplistic because it overlooks difficulties.
Exactly. Simplistic is a synonym, highlighting that negative nuance. A deeper, more complete approach is thorough, the antonym.
A facile explanation makes a complex issue sound deceptively simple, ignoring the nuances.
Right.
Or a facile victory might be too easily won, perhaps lacking real substance.
To lose strength, momentum, or speak hesitantly. Falter. F-A-L-T-E-R. F-O Walter.
It means to become unsteady or hesitant. You might falter in your steps, your voice, or your resolve.
Hesitate is a good synonym, especially for speech or action. The opposite is to persevere, to keep going steadily.
Someone might falter in their speech when they get nervous, their voice becoming unsteady. Or a business might falter, losing momentum and struggling.
Concerned about accuracy, detail, and hard to please. Fastidious. F-A-S-T-I-D-I-O-U-S. Fast fan detail.
This describes someone who is extremely attentive to and concerned about accuracy and detail. This attention to detail often makes them hard to please because they have very high standards. Picky, maybe.
Can seem that way. Meticulous is a strong synonym. The opposite is careless.
A fastidious nature means you pay close attention to every small thing, which can be a great strength, but also challenging for those who don't share that level of detail orientation.
True. To understand, after much thought. To comprehend, fathom. F-A-T-H-O-M. F-A-theme.
As a verb, to fathom means to understand something deeply, usually something difficult or mysterious. Its original use was measuring the depth of water, right? A fathom is a unit of depth.
That's right, yeah. Grasp is a good synonym, implying understanding. The antonym is to misinterpret.
Not being able to fathom why someone would drop out of college means you simply cannot understand their reasons no matter how much you think about it.
To pretend to be affected by a feeling, state, or injury. Feign. F-E-I-G-N. Feign.
It means to simulate or pretend convincingly, faking it.
Basically, yeah. Pretend is the direct synonym. The opposite is to reveal your true state.
Trying to feign surprise when you already knew about the party requires a bit of acting. You have to pretend the surprise is real.
Faithfulness to a person, cause, or belief. Loyalty. Fidelity. F-I-D-E-L-I-T-Y. Fidelity.
This word means loyalty and devotion, staying true to something or someone.
Loyalty is the core synonym. The opposite is disloyalty.
A soldier's fidelity to their country is their unwavering loyalty and commitment. The word is also used in audio, isn't it?
It is. High-fidelity audio means accurate reproduction of sound, good connection.
Greatly surprised or astonished. Flabbergasted. Flabbergasted. Flabbergasted.
This is a wonderful, evocative word for being utterly astonished or overcome with surprise. It sounds like how it feels.
It really does. Astounded captures that strong surprise. The opposite is unimpressed.
Being flabbergasted to see an old friend on TV perfectly conveys that feeling of shocked amazement.
Soft and hanging loosely or limply. Flaccid. Flaccid. Flaccid.
This describes something that lacks firmness or stiffness, often in an undesirable way.
Limp is the synonym. The antonym is firm.
Vegetables left out too long can turn flaccid, losing their crispness and becoming limp. The word often suggests a loss of vitality or structure.
Tending to attract attention due to exuberance, confidence, or stylishness. Flamboyant. Flamboyant. Flamboyant.
This describes someone or something that is showy, colorful, and designed to be noticed. It often suggests confidence and energy in their style or behavior.
Showy is the synonym. The opposite is modest.
Wearing a flamboyant dress covered in sequins and feathers is definitely designed to attract attention and make a statement.
To display ostentatiously, especially to provoke envy or admiration. Flaunt. Flaunt. Flaunt.
This means to show off something like wealth or success in a boastful and often maybe vulgar way.
Right. Show off is the clear synonym. The opposite is to conceal.
Flaunting wealth means deliberately displaying expensive possessions to make sure everyone sees how rich you are, often implying a lack of modesty.
Not showing a serious or respectful attitude. Shallowly disrespectful. Flippant. Flippant. Flip hunt.
This describes a disrespectful or glib attitude, treating something serious with inappropriate levity or casualness.
Dismissive captures that lack of seriousness. The opposite is respectful.
Giving a flippant response to a serious question about safety shows a lack of respect for the topic and perhaps the person asking.
To openly disregard a rule, law, or convention. Flout. Flout. Flout.
This means to intentionally ignore or defy a rule, often boldly or contemptuously. You're breaking the rules on purpose and making sure people know it.
Defy is the synonym. The opposite is to obey.
Flouting a dress code means deliberately wearing clothes that violate the rules, openly showing your disregard for them.
So notice the difference from flippin is an attitude.
Right, like a disrespectful comment.
And flout is an action of defiance.
Good distinction. Continuous change or movement, instability. Flux, F-L-U-X, flux.
This describes a state of constant flow, change, or instability. Things are in transition, unsettled.
Change is the core synonym, but flux emphasizes the continuous, often unpredictable nature of the change. The opposite is stability.
Staffing needs in a company might be in constant flux due to project demands or seasonal work, meaning the number of employees is always changing.
A minor weakness or eccentricity in someone's character. Foible. F-O-I-B-L-E. F-O-Y, bool.
This is a gentle word for a small fault or peculiar habit that is generally considered harmless. A little quirk.
Exactly. Quirk is a good synonym. The opposite, in a general sense, is strength.
An obsession with tidiness that might annoy others but doesn't seriously harm anyone could be described as a harmless foible.
To prevent something wrong from succeeding, or a character who contrasts with another. Foil. F-O-I-L, foil. Okay, another word with multiple distinct meanings.
As a verb, to foil means to prevent a plan or attempt from succeeding, like stopping a crime.
Thwart is the synonym. The opposite is to assist.
And as a noun, a foil is a character in a story who serves as a contrast to another character, highlighting their particular quality.
Right. The source example is police foiling a robbery attempt. That's the verb meaning.
Yep.
In literature, a pragmatic sidekick might be a foil to an idealistic hero, making the hero's idealism stand out more by contrast.
Patience, self-control, restraint, and tolerance. Forbearance. Forbearance. Forbearance.
This means exercising patience, especially when dealing with annoying or difficult circumstances or people. It's about refraining from immediate reaction, holding back.
Patience is the key synonym. The opposite is impatience.
Showing forbearance in the face of constant provocation means calmly enduring challenges without reacting angrily or losing control. Requires strength.
It does, inspiring fear or respect through being impressively powerful or capable. Formidable. Formidable. Formidable.
That describes someone or something that is difficult to overcome or defeat, inspiring awe or fear because of its strength, size, or capability.
Intimidating is a synonym, capturing the sense of fear it can inspire.
Right.
The opposite is weak.
Facing a formidable opponent means facing someone who is truly challenging, whether in a sport, negotiation, or battle. The word conveys respect for their power, even if you're opposing them.
Wow, that was a fantastic journey through this portion of the list. We've explored words that describe actions like expedite and expurgate, internal qualities like fidelity and forbearance, and ways of being or appearing like flamboyant or fastidious.
And seeing words like facade and foil, each with multiple distinct meanings, reminds us that context is absolutely king in understanding language.
Totally.
And noticing the difference between words like flippant, that attitude of disrespect, and flout, the action of defiance, helps us be much more precise in our own communication.
Exactly. So, why does taking this kind of deep dive into specific words from a list like this matter? Why should you care?
Yeah.
Because each one is a tool, a precise tool for understanding the world around you and for crafting your own message.
Knowing these words lets you grasp the subtle nuances in what you read and hear. You can see exactly what someone means when they call something egregious versus just bad, right?
Right.
Or describe a situation as being in flux versus just changing. It adds layers.
And it empowers you to express yourself with that same level of precision and impact. These words aren't just entries in a list, they are keys to unlocking richer comprehension and more powerful communication.
So as we finish this deep dive into this particular list of vocabulary words, here's a thought to maybe ponder.
Think about how the specific words we choose, even seemingly small ones, can profoundly shape our understanding of the very same situation.
Yeah, like if you describe a tough challenge as formidable, how does that feel different than calling it difficult?
It feels bigger, more intimidating.
Right. Or if you describe someone's style as flamboyant, does that imply something different than calling it colorful?
And be more intentional, more attention-seeking.
Could be. Pay attention to the vocabulary you encounter and the vocabulary you use. Notice how precise language doesn't just convey facts, but can evoke different feelings, reveal hidden perspectives, and add layers of meaning to the world around you.